Hey guys, and welcome to this 4-part video series where we're going to have a look at energy balance. So that is energy in versus energy out. I'm going to have a look at some of the details which we want to consider around energy balance. So first of all, let's start with the nutritional pyramid of importance. Now, as you can see here, this pyramid is based on the fundamental base level, which is energy balance. Okay, but even before we get into energy balance, we have other things to consider, such as your behaviors, lifestyle, habits, and overall adherence. So these are the types of things that we really want to consider before we consider energy balance, and this helps you with your overall adherence. So the nutritional pyramid of importance illustrates what's most important in setting up a nutritional protocol that will successfully help you to reach your goals. Now, if we can focus first on building those quality habits, then we can drastically improve the likelihood of achieving awesome results over time. So as we move up the pyramid, the actual importance of that in terms of how important that is to help you achieve your goals becomes less important as we go through from level 1 to level 2 to 3, 4 and 5. So what is energy balance? First of all, energy balance refers to the energy intake, so that is calories consumed through food and drink, versus your energy output, which is calories burned. You may have heard of this referred to previously as the law of thermodynamics, so a bit more of a technical jargon term there, but overall we need to understand that energy balance dictates whether weight is gained or lost. Okay, so it all comes down to calories in versus calories out. As a whole, this is the main thing we need to understand. So this has actually been proven and it's absolutely scientifically factual. So it's really worth getting your head around how important this is and why this actually affects your goals and you achieving your goals. As a weight maintenance calorie balance, okay, if your activity levels, so your energy output and your caloric intake, are on average equal, this results in weight maintenance. Okay, over a period of time, this will maintain your weight if calories in versus calories out are roughly matched. This is also known as isocaloric energy balance. So next up, why does energy balance matter? Well, your individual goals will determine exactly what you need to do with your energy balance, and your goals will usually fall into one of 3 categories. First of all, for many people want to understand how can we lose weight, and more specifically, how can we lose body fat instead of just losing weight. It may be that your goal could be gaining weight. We might want to build some muscle tissue. Or it may just be that we need to understand how to maintain your weight. For example, following a fat loss phase, we might want to move towards a maintenance phase where we actually get really good at maintaining the new lower weight we've achieved. In terms of the energy balance and how this goal changes what we need to do, if we want to lose body fat, this requires eating and drinking less energy than you burn on average. If we want to build muscle and gain some weight, this requires eating and drinking more energy than you burn on average. And maintaining your weight, this requires eating and drinking roughly the same energy as you burn on average. And how does your goal affect your strategy? Well, first of all, once you're clear on the goal, you can take consistent action steps towards achieving the results that you want. Now, it doesn't matter whether your goal is losing body fat, building muscle, or maintaining your new leaner body that you may have achieved. You must understand that it's what you do on average which dictates your energy balance and therefore your results. If you've gained weight over time, the reason for this is very simple. On average, you are consuming more calories through food and drink than what you burnt through exercise. So no matter what you've been led to believe before, this is the only possible explanation. People like to throw other things into the mix and claim that it's because of hormones or because of stress or maybe because of the type of diet it didn't work for them or maybe even body type. in reality, this comes down to one thing, and it's always energy balance. So if we gain weight, what this means is our energy intake has been greater than our energy output, and this is often described as a calorie surplus. So when we eat in a calorie surplus, this over time results in tipping the energy balance equation towards weight gain. Now, if we want to lose body fat over time, there's one simple principle that we must adhere to. On average, we must consume less calories through food and drink than what we burn through exercise. If you've struggled previously to lose body fat and keep it off, there are many factors that could have affected your ability to progress. However, the principle remains true. If you didn't achieve fat loss in previous dieting attempts, you were consuming too many calories compared to how much you were moving and training. So what do we need to lose body fat? We need a calorie deficit. We need adherence to our plan and program. We need consistency, so daily, weekly. You need enough time, so we need to be realistic with our time frames and understand what kind of rate of progress we can achieve and how long that might take us. And you also should be aiming to keep moving every single day. Okay, expending energy is the key, and we need to be staying on the front foot with this and expending energy as often as possible, ideally every single day. Okay, so when we do that, we achieve weight loss because our energy output is greater than our energy intake. This is going to be described as a calorie deficit in terms of the energy that we consume. So as you can see here on this simple diagram, energy output being greater than your energy intake results in us tipping the energy balance equation towards weight loss. Now, why should you track your average weight? Well, what gets measured gets managed. You can't stay in control of your progress if you aren't actually managing and measuring your results. Scale weight fluctuations within a small range, usually around 1 to 3 kilograms, these are perfectly normal. So you should really expect to see your weight fluctuating up and down even when you're making awesome progress. We cannot avoid this. Generally speaking, the larger you are or the more muscle that you carry on your body, the more potential there is for you to see a wider range of fluctuation in your daily scale weight. So if we take your daily scale weight and average this over a 7-day period, this will more accurately help us to assess your rate of progress from 1 week to the next. So I do recommend this. And this also provides you with quick and consistent feedback on how well you've been applying yourself to the principles that we're talking about here, which is energy balance over time. Also, if things aren't working from there and we've collected the relevant data to assess, then the sooner we can actually dig into why this may be, and when necessary, adjust your plan, adjust your protocol, try to fine-tune things to get your results fast-tracked. Tracking your scale weight is just one method. We can use a number of different methods to assess your progress, but tracking your scale weight is usually recommended for most people. And we can use average weight and apply this tracking method to achieve any goal, whether it's fat loss, muscle gain, or maintenance. Through having a good idea of what your average weight is over time, we can assess and more accurately determine whether your calories and your calorie management, so your energy balance management over time, is on track to get you the results that you desire. So along the way, we are going to see your weight move up and down. This can be tricky to navigate, especially because we tend to be emotionally invested and we have our heart set on our goals right from the beginning. We want to achieve the goal, okay, but when we weigh in, we can see the weight fluctuations, and this can be tricky. So we'll need to stay focused on the daily processes that take you closer to achieving the result, rather than getting stressed about the outcome of any particular weigh-in or a week's result as a whole. If you do have an off week, remember that this does provide you with valuable feedback, and this should be informing your next action steps. Always aim to use that data and feedback to help you rather than hinder you. So try not to get wrapped up in what happens on any particular day. Zoom out, look at the bigger picture. What do we need to do more of? What do we need to do less of? And just remember that this takes some time. To achieve any significant goal, you'll need to stay consistent. You need to be patient. So your weight changes, whether it's fat loss or muscle gain or maintenance. This will always be revealed over time, so stay committed and you get the results. The reality of weight loss. When we're weighing in, we're going to see lots of fluctuations, as I previously mentioned, around about 1 to 3 kilograms. This can be perfectly normal, and it does depend on the types of foods we eat mostly. However, the fluctuations are going to happen. We can't stop this. So this is why I usually recommend to track the average weight, and over time we should see, for a fat loss goal, that your average weight is trending down. And similarly to the goal of weight gain or muscle gain, exactly the same things happen when we are checking in with our average weight. We will see that line trending upwards, as you can see in these images here. So just remember, the results will always be revealed over time, and if we're not on track, this is valuable feedback for you to adjust how you are approaching achieving your goals. Okay, that's it for part 1. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in part 2.